We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed, at all. I should look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. I should.
Fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. And now he's one of the richest stars.
I'm gonna look it up as you say that.
Yeah, you can.
So you more so, and we could be somewhat candid. You more so just alluding to like the accusations of Diddy being like into homosexual lifestyles.
Yeah.
That energy of hip hop that has always been seen as taboo, and we could never verify it because none of us were on the inside.
Right. Well, I was.
But I was gonna ask you, so you've seen this firsthand.
Yeah, I've never seen like orgy, but Diddy has hit on me at Steve Rifkin's house. Everybody at the house was gay, but I didn't know it until I really paid attention and looked around at my surroundings. I'm like, oh,
right.
Like, what's going on?
That sounds like Exhibit's story, because Exhibit had a story like that. They went to Miami.
No, but he went to a club.
Right.
I went to Steve Rifkin's house.
Right.
It was after a BET Awards, we went to an after party.
Right.
Me, Lil' Kim, Hillary Weston, who was Lil' Kim's manager.
Okay.
At the time.
Imagine being one of the most famous comedians in the world, beloved by millions, and suddenly, you vanish without a trace. Kevin Hart has always been the life of the party, but something changed. After Diddy's arrest and the revelations about his wild freak-off parties, Kevin shut down his entire vegan restaurant chain, went silent on social media, and seemed to be preparing to flee the country. But why? What's he running from? It all started when Diddy was seen entering a hotel room with a famous male rapper, carrying a bag of mysterious toys. Hours later, the whispers began. Who was that rapper? And more importantly, why did Kevin Hart's name suddenly come up in connection with this bizarre incident? As rumors swirl, insiders say Kevin knew what was happening at those parties. He wasn't just another guest. He saw everything. Then came the warning shot from Stevie J, Diddy's right-hand man. You all better stay quiet, especially those who were at Diddy's 50th birthday. And guess who was there? Kevin Hart. This isn't just a case of celebrity gossip. It's a story that could unravel Hollywood's darkest secrets. It's a tale of power, fear, and secrets so deep that even the most confident man in comedy is now terrified to speak. But what if Kevin Hart is hiding more than we know? And could he really be the rapper that Diddy took into that hotel room? Buckle up, because we're about to uncover a story that might just change everything you thought you knew about Hollywood's elite. The hotel room incident. What really happened?
As more information continues to come out regarding the upcoming case on Sean Diddy Combs, several old interviews and clips have started to resurface, where Diddy and his now infamous freak-off parties are mentioned. The indictment, which was made public last week, detailed events that contributed to the racketeering conspiracy and sex trafficking accusations Diddy was charged with. The indictment will also explain that these parties could last several days and sometimes would end in victims receiving IV fluids to recover.
You know, this is the first time I was ever in an exotic bookstore with Puff. So, you know, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he going, I'm just looking at the places where he picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I'm like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs. And I was like, hey, yo. I was messing with him. Because people don't understand, you know, we was like friends. He was a part of the same gang, so I'm still gonna tease him. I'm still gonna mess with him and everything like that. I could do that. It wasn't just no security thing. So I say, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said butt plugs, and he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you could do it by yourself, brother. And he started walking and everything like that. So when he got to, I just waited at the counter. So when he got to the counter, he didn't even have to show the guy nothing. He just gave the guy a wad of money. I mean, like he gave the guy a stack, something like this. And Puff wasn't the dude that carried no 20s and no 50s and nothing like that. And I mean, like, he just said, boom. And we walked out the store. So we had to leave Atlanta and go to North Carolina for a show. You understand? And it was him, this rapper, Sarah, and this other girl. We all got on a G5 jet, and we flew to G4 jet, and we flew to North Carolina.
Diddy's parties have always been infamous, but this night was different. Witnesses saw him walk into a hotel room with a well-known male rapper carrying a mysterious bag of toys. They stayed in there for hours, and rumors quickly began to swirl. One insider said, "Whatever went down that night wasn't just fun and games. There was something more going on." Kevin Hart's name suddenly came into the conversation, and it wasn't long before people began to suspect he was the rapper seen with Diddy that night. But why would someone as big as Kevin be involved in such a scandal? Was he more than just a guest at these parties? The connection between Diddy and Kevin seemed to run deeper than anyone realized, especially when Kevin's behavior began to change right after that night. Could this incident be the key to uncovering why Kevin suddenly vanished? This wasn't the only clue pointing to a darker secret. Let's dive into Kevin's history with Diddy's infamous parties. Kevin Hart's connection to Diddy's parties.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it.
It potentially happening, because when I look at this indictment, I mean, this is nasty. This is filthy, dirty stuff being alleged. And I would imagine if there's any hope of a deal, Diddy would take it. I want to play a clip from someone who is famous in the industry, someone that, knows Diddy. There's a long history there. And he's in lockup right now. The difference is he's a real hardened gangster. Suge Knight speaking out about Diddy and talking about the things he's done, potentially catching up. This is prior to the indictment as well. Let's play a clip of what Suge said on his podcast.
I tell you what, Puffy, your life is in danger. Because you know the secrets. Who's involved in that little secret room you guys participating in. Oh yeah, by the way, do not do your time going by Brother Love. Brother Love is not a good code name for prison. I'm out.
For years, Kevin Hart was a regular at Diddy's extravagant celebrations, often joking about the wild experiences. But recently, footage surfaced of Kevin at one of these parties, laughing as a woman's hair caught on fire. A friend who attended the party revealed, Kevin wasn't just laughing because it was funny. It was like he knew this kind of chaos was the norm. This incident hints that Kevin might have been more involved in Diddy's world than we thought. The way he laughed, almost nervously, suggested that he knew something the rest of us didn't. It was a side of Kevin that nobody had seen before, a side that seemed to suggest he was complicit in the madness. But Kevin wasn't the only one who seemed to be hiding something. Stevie J soon sent out a warning that would shake Hollywood to its core. Stevie J's warning to celebrities.
Stevie J wants you to know what it's like to be inside of a Diddy party. Pause. Now, some of us remember a time when you wanted to be on the guest list of a Diddy party. I mean, he's had everyone from the Kardashians, Cardi B and Offset, even Kevin Hart, not sure if that's still his wife, Swiss Beats and The Weeknd. This photo didn't age well. Jay-Z and Kanye, along with Pharrell. Even these dudes came through, G-Eazy and Machine Gun Kelly. Of course, Jay-Z with Beyonce. Interesting that Dre and Kanye are no longer married to these two, but nonetheless, they were at the Diddy parties. And yes, of course, Usher and Lil' Kim. You've probably also heard about the beef between Stevie J and 50 Cent, where Stevie called out 50 to a boxing match.
Curtis, what's good, man? You and your feelings about Daphne? I'm calling you out. What you want to do, Curtis? Curtis!
And you know, of course, 50 had a response for Stevie.
Somebody want to fight with my shit? I hope you get past the security.
Stevie J shows what it's like to be at a Diddy party. YouTube. Stevie J's Instagram video warning celebrities about staying silent, especially mentioning Diddy's 50th birthday party. Stevie J, Diddy's right-hand man, took to Instagram with a cryptic message. To all those who were at Diddy's 50th birthday party, remember, there are tapes. You better stay quiet. He wasn't joking. He called out Kevin Hart by name, among others, making it clear that Diddy had compromising footage of everyone who attended his parties. It was then that Kevin's behavior began to change drastically. Could it be that Stevie J's message was a direct warning to Kevin, forcing him to rethink his actions? Was this the moment Kevin realized he needed to disappear before things got out of hand? As the pressure on Kevin grew, something else happened that made everything even more suspicious. Kevin Hart's sudden disappearance.
Kevin Hart is at a Diddy party, and they made the mistake of putting the content online. So I'm about to show you some darkness, okay? So watch the video. You're about to see it's not a normal thing that's happening, okay? You have a girl in the bathtub. I'm trying to cover up as much as I can. And just watch what happens to the girl surrounded by water. Watch what happens to her. Just keep watching. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. Watch at her. You see what's going on there? You see the smoke? You see the smoke? Her is on fire. Kevin Hart finds it hilarious. He's laughing hard. So when you hear that dodgy things are happening at these weddings, at these parties, okay, really bad things are happening. And he's about to take down so many people. So many people from the videos from the parties are about to go to jail. Diddy is the Harvey Weinstein of hip hop, according to some people. I'm not trying to get sued. So watch this space and see how many celebrities are going down because of this dude.
Just days after Stevie J's warning, Kevin made a shocking move. He shut down all locations of his vegan restaurant chain and disappeared from social media. Fans were left in disbelief. Why would someone so successful suddenly close a thriving business and go off the radar? An insider shared, Kevin was scared. It wasn't just about the restaurants. He felt the walls closing in. This drastic change raised even more questions about Kevin's connection to Diddy. Could Kevin be preparing to flee, knowing that the secrets of Diddy's parties were about to be exposed? But Kevin wasn't the only one feeling the heat. Another celebrity found herself caught in the same web of secrets, the Kim Kardashian connection.
Drugging high-profile men in order to pilfer crucial documents for personal enrichment and blackmail purposes.
Yes, you heard that right. They are accusing her of lacing drinks and things of that nature. So this story gets even crazier. Hold on, watch this.
Saga unfolded when federal agents executed a dramatic raid on the residence of music mogul Diddy, revealing a cache of incriminating video footage. This footage purportedly captures Kardashian engaged in activities that have sent shockwaves through the entertainment and legal worlds alike. In a turn of events that has both stunned and captivated the public, the FBI claims that Kardashian is not only involved in the theft of vital information, but also used it as leverage to further her own interests. The gravity of these allegations has sent ripples through Hollywood.
So at this point, it looked like the feds been keeping up with the Kardashians just like us. So I'm gonna keep my ear to the street and I'll let y'all know what I know. I'm out.
Out of nowhere, news broke that the FBI was investigating Kim Kardashian, and she quickly fled to a private island. Sources say that Kim was more than just a guest at Diddy's parties. She was a facilitator. As one insider revealed, Kim knew exactly what was going on, and she wasn't just there for the fun. This led many to wonder if Kevin Hart and Kim Kardashian were both running from the same truth. Were they both trying to escape Diddy's grasp before he took them down with him? As the connections between these celebrities grew more tangled, an unexpected voice added another layer to this mystery. Diddy's bodyguard exposes the truth.
You gotta look at that interview that Jonathan Odie did, bro. He said,
hip hop agenda is to move drugs all over the United States. They move all the dope in private jets inside the United States. Okay, they move what's called high grade powder, and they move cocaine, and they move liquid cocaine in the bottles too. I've seen the liquid cocaine, I've drank it myself, having sex with Diddy and Cassie.
That was more damaging than Cassie. The DEA wasn't involved in this. It was the FBI and the Homeland Security, basically. That's because of the sex trafficking thing. But if they find any of that stuff in any one of his houses, there's a problem. Even if they find illegal guns, if they find any kind of drug, a high amount, cocaine and weed, I don't think Diddy gonna get charged because what he did. He put everything in his kid's name and his company. I think that's gonna be hard to prove that they're his weapons. They're gonna have to prove that they was his weapons because he had other grown people living in there. And plus, that house, I believe, was in a corporation name. So they're gonna have to get maids, butlers, cleaning people, or somebody that's in that house to have a daily contact to say that was his room that they found those weapons in. And then the weapons wasn't operable. You had to put them together, as far as I know, for them to be operable. So he may have had weapons there, or he may not. One of his sons, he got sons. Somebody's gonna have to claim it. They just put it on him. Anything they found in the house, they just put it on him. But they had to prove that that was him. If other people were living in the house, other people had access to that room that they found the weapons in. Now, it's not illegal to have those weapons, but it's illegal to deface those weapons.
Diddy's former bodyguard stepped forward with a shocking confession. It wasn't just celebrities at these parties. Politicians, princes, preachers, they were all there. This revelation sent shockwaves through Hollywood, and Kevin Hart's name came up once again. Was he involved with this elite network, or was he simply another pawn in Diddy's twisted game? This new information pointed to the idea that Diddy's parties weren't just about having a good time. They were about power, secrets, and control. And Kevin somehow was caught right in the middle of it all. With more and more secrets coming to light, it was clear that Kevin had reached his breaking point. Kevin Hart's breaking point.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Will Diddy start snitching?
He better. But the only thing I'm interested in him talking about is everything he knows about Kathy Coriana White, Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died 24 hours after she announced that she was going public with their relationship and the baby while he was married to Beyonce. See, I know you know what happened to Corey. Diddy, you and Jay-Z. Down in Vegas at Tao with Claudia. Why don't you just talk about Kathy? That might help.
Now,
Was
Jack.
it an aneurysm, Diddy? Or are you the one who paid the same coroner that you... Oh, Diddy, you should talk.
Kevin's comedy has always been his way of processing life, but lately, his jokes took on a darker tone. He began hinting at things he'd seen at Diddy's parties, saying things like, "Man, you don't even know what goes down when the cameras are off." It was clear that Kevin was struggling with what he knew, and the weight of these secrets was becoming too much to bear. Was Kevin using his comedy to confess what he couldn't say outright? Or was this his way of distancing himself from Diddy's empire before it all came crashing down? And just when we thought we'd heard it all, one final piece of the puzzle was revealed. The final twist. Was Kevin the guy with Diddy? The biggest question remains. Was Kevin Hart the famous male rapper who entered that hotel room with Diddy? The timelines match, the rumors are loud, and Kevin's sudden disappearance only adds fuel to the fire. As one insider put it, if Kevin wasn't the rapper in that room, then he knows who was. And that's even scarier. All the clues, the sudden shutdowns, the warnings, and the disappearances point to one undeniable truth. Kevin Hart is hiding something, and whatever it is, it's big enough to make him vanish from the spotlight. The truth is out there, but only time will tell if Kevin Hart will be brave enough to face it. Until then, we'll be watching and waiting. So stay tuned, because the truth has a way of revealing itself when you least expect it. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the next chapter as we continue to dig deeper into the mysteries of Hollywood's elite. Trust me, this story is far from over.